Hey everyone, welcome back to the morning drive. And this morning, I'm stuck behind a moron who doesn't know the difference between a green light and a red light. But I can't really get around him because I have a truck on the side of the road that's broke down. There you go. Spent damn near a whole minute at that light. Fucking drunk ass. Alright. Hey, we're past the drunk ass. Let's talk about the economy. Saw a headline that stated, the report states, second slowdown quarter in a row, possibly signaling a sign of recession. Possibly. Note how these news sources and media outlets have started to twist the meaning of recession. If you would have looked at the definition of recession 2 weeks ago, it would have been straight across the board. As far as I know, I could not find any variation that it is a slowdown in economic growth 2 quarters in a row. Period, end of story. That's all you saw 2 weeks ago. Now, the White House is spinning it. The news sources, media is spinning it. Why are they doing this? They're trying not to cause a panic. The reality is, if you're on the front lines, aka going to work and spending money and paying bills and shit like that, buying yourself groceries and gas, if you're on the front lines, you already fucking know that we're in a recession. You know it because your paycheck has shrunk. It's there. If you actually go by a budget, live by a budget, spend money on bills, gas, food, all that shit, I'm telling you, you already know that it's here. It is what it is. You've watched your 401k shrink. You've watched all of your stocks shrink. You lost your ass in Dogecoin. It's there. I don't know why they're trying to hide. What's interesting is yesterday the Feds cranked up the interest rates again. Now the interest rates, it's a federal thing, and not a fee, but it just adds on to when a bank essentially borrows from another bank. This is a fee that they can put onto it, and I believe it's called the prime rate, which is what the Feds define as the prime rate. It went up again yesterday, another 0.75%. So 3/4. I mean, it's pretty significant. I read an article yesterday that said between 2.25% and 2.5% is the new prime rate. I don't know why there's a variation. I thought it was just, they moved it up 0.75. Now we're in the 0.25 range. Or 2.5 range. I guess not. Couldn't quite piece together what was going on there. And yes, I was sober. Anyways, I found it very strange that they quietly raised that. Now, don't get me wrong. People are watching, but they didn't make a big deal about it. It was very, very silent on the media frenzy, if you will. The recession thing seems to be more of a fear than the inflation thing. And what the Feds are trying to do is they're trying to do what they call a soft landing, where they kind of gently fall between recession and inflation. It's from what I know, it's extremely challenging to do, especially since the recession portion is a lagging indicator, so we won't know for another 3 months what the last quarter did. So it's a lagging indicator. Very difficult for them to get that soft landing. But that's essentially what they're shooting for. In the meantime, they're going to cause panic no matter what. We've already lost our asses on everything. Everyone's kind of throwing their hands in the air, right? Everyone, right? No, just me and you. Because like I said, if you're going to work, you already know. But if you're a rich motherfucker and you got money to spare, guess what they're doing? They're snatching up all the low shit. All the shit that's dropping like a rock, they're snatching it up left and right. Pay attention. This is how the rich people get richer. Man, wouldn't it be nice to be in that position? Wouldn't it be nice to control your own destiny when it comes to recession and inflation? Well, you can. At least to a degree. There's always that old saying, get a better job. You could try. But another report that came out that's very interesting is that credit card and unsecured debt has gone up for 2 quarters in a row too. Why is that? Why are we doing that to ourselves? You know? What the fuck are we trying to do? So my theory is that people are getting too comfortable thinking that they can overspend now on their credit cards to ride out the inflation and recession and everything in between. And I know because I'm guilty of that myself. My wife and I did similar. Actually, it was mostly me. But you know, we buy ourselves nice things and we go, oh yeah, we can wait out this recession. It's no big deal. And what happens is that prime rate I was talking about, most credit cards and unsecured debt, it's a percentage, usually between, if you have good credits, anywhere between 10 and I think 22% plus prime. And that's per year. So they divide that, you can divide that in 12 months. Sorry, I'm dealing with this fucking idiot. Oh, he's a cop, isn't he? No. He's a wannabe cop. They love to put fucking stickers on their cars like they love cops so that they don't get pulled over. I don't know if it works, but that guy was being an idiot. Alright, so credit card, unsecured debt. Unsecured debt is things like buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later has become a huge attraction to people who just want their shit now. Unfortunately, the younger generations are used to getting it their way today. And so that's being reflected in this buy now, pay later storm, if you will. And even that is now being put on people's credit card reports. So be cautious, young folks. That shit's gonna come up and bite you. It's very similar to a car title loan, where they just jack up that interest rate and they make it so that you can never get out of it. They don't want you to get out of it. They make way too much money off of you, just off the interest rates, to the point where if you did file bankruptcy, they don't even give shit. They're like, oh yeah, we pretty much milked that rock dry, bled that rock dry. It's true. So how do you work around it? Well, there's a few things you could do. Obviously, one would be to stay out of debt, right? Pay down your debt. Pay down the high interest debt first. I look at a couple different factors. I look at the high interest rate on the specific card, and then I look at how close I am to paying it off. And then that's how I determine my target. If it's very close, I just try to go ahead and tackle that as quickly as possible. And luckily, my wife and I were able to kind of hammer down about 80% of our debt this week. So we're feeling pretty good. We still got some work to do, though. Still have some work to do through the remainder of the year. I'm pretty certain that recession is here to stay. And I'm basing that off of my gas, my groceries. That's another thing. You can drive less, you can eat less. Now's a great time to go on a diet. Trust me, the White House is going to start telling you that shit too. Drive less, eat less. Mark my words. The other thing, of course, is to stay away from goods and services that are luxury. No travel. No Pokemon cards. No baseball cards. Things of that nature. No extra spending, right? Use that money in savings. Play like the rich and start buying up shit while it's dropping. And just save, stack your cash. Stack that cash. It's just buckle up. I would bet that this goes on for at least another 6 months. That's my gut feeling. Let me know how you guys feel. How are you doing? You guys looking good for this market? You guys trying to get out of it? Just remember, don't give up hope. Paying down debt is it's a time-consuming thing. It's, again, kind of like the recession. There's a lagging factor there. It takes a lot of time to get that debt paid down. It takes a lot of discipline, for sure. But you can do this. You got this. Let me know some of your ideas for you pay down debt. And, maybe in the next few videos, I'll give you some of my ideas. But I'm about to hit work here. I'm behind the slowest people on the road. I'm literally doing 10 miles an hour in a 35. I'm about to log off. I got work to do. I don't know about you folks, but still got to earn that paycheck. Really appreciate the support, folks. Till next time. Cheers.